Can I finish my idea now? We should make one video like this, and the other video should be a compilation video of the rest of our stuff. I can edit it. I can help.
You already know what I'm about to say.
No. You always say no to me. Why don't you ever say yes to me?
Because yes requires a lot of editing that I'm not good at yet.
I think you sell yourself short. Anyways,
Also, we don't tell people to subscribe enough, or like, or comment, or any of the above.
can you guys please do that? Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all the YouTube things. We're very new at this.
Anywho, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Woohoo!
I really hope these mics are doing mic things.
Me too. I think they are. What color is yours?
Green.
Mine too. What does that mean?
I don't know. Anyway, it's Mother's Day.
What were we gonna do again? Oh, the Mother's Day special.
Yeah,
Reddit
so like
edition.
no, so the thing is I tried to go on Reddit and I tried to see all of like the confessions and stuff, but they're all unhinged. Like they're all like
So bad. Like they're terrible situations to be in.
not terms, just unhinged. Like I went on there and I searched up mom confessions and Mother's Day confessions, and half of it is like I saw one that said my son used my panties to masturbate, and I liked it.
Oh, it was giving
That
porn
level
hub.
of unhinged.
It was giving porn
That
hub.
that level of unhinged, and that's not the only one. There was a bunch of it. So yeah, I scrapped that idea because I couldn't find anything.
That's a title if I've ever seen
And
one.
and then the wholesome ones were just mid.
Cliche.
Yeah. I left the clothes in the dryer too long and they shrunk. Mom struggles. We didn't have a dryer growing up. We had the line and rain. So yeah, now that idea is
Out the window.
scrapped.
Yeah. Our mom's in Jamaica for Mother's Day, so
Yeah, she's just what she wanted to be away from us for Mother's Day.
I mean,
That's exactly the reason why she went down for Mother's Day. She wanted to be away from us. You want to do Am I the asshole?
sure.
Great, because I have one right here.
Why do you have that loaded up?
Because I was looking for it while you were telling your story. I'm an asshole for telling my sister that I won't take care of her autistic kids. For context, I'm 15 and she's 29, both female. She has two kids, one is 10 and the other just turned 2. The 10-year-old is autistic and nobody knows yet, in brackets, it's in brackets, for the 2-year-old. Lately, for the past month, I haven't had any weekends to literally sit at home and relax. I've also been getting 2 to 5 hours of sleep each night due to the 2-year-old. Each week, they both come over on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and all throughout early Friday to late Monday. So that really leaves Thursday to get 8 hours of sleep. Usually, I sleep with the baby, and my nephew sleeps with my other sister. So, for the past month, I've had a mix of debate, errands, moving, and kids to deal with. My grades and performance in class has significantly dropped, and I've been really irritated, which doesn't help my case. So this week, on Monday, final start. My sister wants me to do her hair, which is usually a 2-day thing. She said I was over dramatic and that I'll need to do it anyway, since I am 15 and I am unlicensed. Of course, braiding her hair is gonna take 2 days. Pause. You have to get licensed to braid hair?
Depending on where you live, yeah.
You have to get licensed to do hair?
It's called cosmetology. That's why people go to school for it.
But it's your sister. Like not arguing her
Yeah,
case or
I
anything,
get
but
what you
like the
mean.
license thing, like
I kind of
isn't that
blanked
like
a little
only if
bit
you
for
have like a
I
business?
blanked a little bit where the hair thing. After he said that,
There's two she's. She said that
sorry,
finals start,
yeah, after he's,
and
yeah,
her sister, who is 29, wanted to do her here, which is usually a 2-day thing.
okay, right.
And she said she was being over dramatic and needs to do it. And she said she's unlicensed, so it's gonna take 2 days.
Wait, hold on, I'm confused. She's not getting good grades. Who wants to do their hair? The
The
29-year-old
29-year-old sister
wants
wants the
the
15-year-old
15-year-old
to
to do
do
her
her hair.
hair, and the 15-year-old can't because she still needs her license.
Well, no, the 15-year-old said it would take 2 days, and then the 29-year-old said she's being over dramatic, and then her response was, "I am unlicensed, so it's
Okay.
gonna take 2 days."
Okay, I don't really understand that part, but continue.
That was kind of a random sidebar on the thing,
Mhm.
but whatever. She wants me to take care of her kids since nobody will be at home, braid her hair, and miss my finals to do that same hair. Why would you have to miss the finals to do this, to do her hair? I just started crying and I yelled at her. I told her that she needs to stop asking everybody but her to take care of her kids, and that I am sick of caring for her autistic son and her badass 2-year-old daughter. I've had a few hours to think and I feel really bad since they aren't legit my kids, and I hear a lot how hard it is to take care of kids. I know how hard it must be to be a new mother and how tiring it is, especially when you want your sister to spend time with you or do her hair or to get away from taking care of her own kids, even whereas a 2-year-old who doesn't want to sleep through the night. I think that this whole
I thought you said this was good. You just saw the title, didn't you?
yeah. I thought I'm
I don't really
I'm gonna
think
give the benefit of the
I don't
doubt. It's
really
a
think
15-year-old telling the story, so it's kind of like all over the place. But
I
the
don't really think
general
anyone's the
gist of
asshole
it,
in
the
this.
general gist of it is her 29-year-old sister wants her to
No, I get it.
take care of, or I
My
help take care of
verdict,
her kids or whatever. And
I get it. My
she's
verdict
annoyed at the
is
whole
that
thing.
no one's the asshole. You both are tired, frustrated, and need
Yeah.
a break to focus on.
I also don't understand like why you would have to miss finals to do here. Why not go to school and do the finals, and if she needs to study for finals and stuff, turn that into what you do while you're doing the hair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you and mommy have done that before.
Lots of times. I'm not
So
really sure.
turn that into the study session.
Yeah.
And then just go to finals, because like unless you're taking night classes or something, finals isn't all day every day.
Yeah,
so why would you have to miss finals?
I just think they're both tired and flustered. I don't think anyone's the asshole in this regard. I might say though that to have the 15-year-old as
she's very young to be taking care of kids and stuff like that, but
especially for so many hours in the week, I feel. But hey, different circumstances.
Situations are situations.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
you're not supposed to be in it, but what are you gonna do? I don't think anybody's an asshole. I also think this story is like not the best.
Not clear. Yeah.
It's not clear, but yeah.
Am I the asshole for hiring professional cleaners to prove my mom was a spite cleaner? I don't know what that means. Oh shoot, I didn't screenshot it before I pressed it, and you just told me not to do that. I forgot. I was planning to screenshot it after I put it up on the big screen. I'll screenshot it twice. Anyways, the story. This is from a few.
That's some petty shit. I would do that.
To prove my mom was a spite cleaner. Okay. This is from a few years ago, but it's come up in arguments lately, so I figured I'd get some outside opinions. My mom is what you might call a spite cleaner. She uses cleaning as a tool to control and nag and whine and whatnot. My siblings and I bore the brunt of it. Often she delegated cleaning to a Saturday or a Sunday, which we called hell day. She would usually go out to buy food for the week, errands, and leave us to it. And it seemed no matter how much cleaning we did, she was never happy with the result. And the day would end with all of us arguing and upset. Sometimes we would barely do any cleaning since the end result was the same, her complaining. Venting to each other outside of the house one day, my siblings and I decided to prove that she was just complaining for the sake of complaining. So we set up a GoFundMe to raise funds to pay a local house cleaning company, posing it as something along the lines of help us get a professional house cleaning to surprise our mom. And we were able to raise a few $100s, mostly from family and friends who knew our situation, which covered the cost and a nice big tip for the cleaners from what was left. So, for one cleaning weekend, when our mom had shopping plus getting the car looked at, we scheduled a local cleaner to arrive.
Oh, I would hate to look at her car if she's that type of person. Oh my
They
god.
were two very nice women who proceeded to clean the house till it was sparkling. We chatted a bit with them while they were working. One of the ladies had almost 20 years experience cleaning homes. The other had 8. With their consent, we filmed some clips of them cleaning, saying it was to surprise our mom. So mom gets home with our uncle who was coming to dinner, and she's barely in the door. She's already started complaining about our usual subpar cleaning. That either my brother, didn't clean the surfaces well enough, or that my sister didn't sweep one spot. These were repetitive complaints, she often said. Long story short, we showed her footage, her face gets red, and she proceeds to scream at us from embarrassing her in front of her brother. How dare we hire cleaners and have strangers in the house, blah blah. We argued back that this proves she just weaponizes cleaning. It's been a few years since then after the big blow up. She just did most
A
cleaning
few
herself.
years.
Yeah. She just did most cleaning herself. Does she never admit? Okay, this sentence is wrong, but it says it's been a few years since then after the big blow up. She just did most of the cleaning herself, is what I'm assuming this is supposed to say, though she has never admitted to weaponizing it. It came up again recently as us tricking her, and I don't think we did anything wrong. Am I the asshole?
No, honestly, I am petty also, and that is something I would do. So I don't think you're the asshole. No, I'm so petty. I have recorded conversations before with her and her mother because her and her mother tend to do this thing where they tell you something, but in their head they say something different. So then when you go and do that thing, but you don't do it how they envision that you're supposed to do it in their head,
Envision.
they will tell you,
Shut
and then
up.
they will tell you, why didn't you do this? And then you will say, you will say, I didn't do this because you didn't say to do it. Or you didn't say to do it this way. And then they'll say, yes, I did say that. I specifically remember saying that. And it's very convenient when you can just pull up a recording.
Whatever.
So that is something I would do. I would definitely hire cleaners just to prove that's
A
just to
point.
prove a point.
Yeah, you're
Even down
not
to
the
the brakes,
asshole.
even down to the brakes on my car.
Yeah.
You know how like my back brakes have to come up with the notification,
Mhm.
and my front brakes are on the squealer right now. And kill mommy dead. It's my back brakes making all of this noise, and I should change my back brakes because I'm gonna go on the street and brake, and nothing's gonna be there, and I'm gonna die.
I
So,
mean, your mom tends to catastrophize.
so then
So,
I tell her that what I'm gonna do is get the back brakes changed, and then when the car comes back, it's still gonna be squealing because it's the front brakes that's doing it and not the back. And my front brakes have, I can see my brakes. I spit my brakes. My front brakes are fine. They're on the squealers, but it's not like I'm gonna brake and then die
mm,
tomorrow, right?
mm.
So I'm like, okay, fine. And then I tell her that's gonna happen, and she's like, no, that's like, no, that's like how you go change the brakes, and then if you care. So what happens? I change the brakes, and guess
And it's
what?
still
It's
there.
still squealing.
Yeah. Lots of money out of your pocket, though.
Yeah. So, am I the asshole because it's Mother's Day and my husband acts selfish? Drama. I like the drama. I, female 34. Oh shit. I
You
just
forgot to screenshot
I
it.
just broke my own rule.
Just do those
I,
ones.
female 34, and my husband, male 37, have shared custody of his biological son, 8, male. Well, you said son, so 8. My husband woke up well before me this morning. I made coffee, which he left me a cup after he woke me up so I could try and pry my eyes open after a broken night's sleep. We do church on Sunday mornings. Today was no different. Okay. Oh, this is today. This is supposed to be 10 hours ago. As I walked down the stairs, his son and his mom were on the phone. I wished her happy Mother's Day. I love that woman. She's an absolute blessing in this life. She also wished me one. My husband, clearly in his own world, took a few extra minutes until he wished me one as well. I do have a biological son of my own. He's 16. Not that I wanted my husband to wish it to me right then and there, but the way he said it kind of felt like an afterthought. I have so many thoughts. Like he would have said it in passing and moved on completely. Well, after church, we came home. He made pizza and cinnamon rolls for lunch and then proceeded to lay on the couch and take a nap, or at least try, while I spend the day with the kiddo. Now, don't get me wrong here. I adore the kiddo. I love his happy attitude in life and I need more positivity. But I'm tired as well. I sleep just as badly as my husband. I asked for one thing today, and that was to relax and not worry about anything. Well, a little while ago, the kiddo had a bathroom accident, which is fine, these things happen. However, I had to clean it as my husband was too tired to bother to do it himself. Then got mad at me for pointing this out. Now he says I'm the asshole, I overreacted, and also I didn't bother to ask him to clean it. I feel like a little sensitivity goes a long way. As a grown ass adult, I shouldn't have to ask him to clean up his son's accident, and the fact that it's Mother's Day would make him think about me at least a little bit, right? So, Reddit, am I overreacting and being the asshole, or
No.
is he the asshole for being rude and insensitive and inconsiderate?
Yes. He is. I have one point, and it's the simplest, easiest point. She voiced to him exactly what she would have appreciated on Mother's Day. My love, I would really just love to relax and whatever else she said. Now, being that she openly said that, he could have been way more considerate in thinking ahead. It seems like he heard it and he didn't really go out of his way to try to make her day any easier. It seemed like he just treated it as any other regular day and just barely told her Happy Mother's Day in the morning. Which, as she said, she didn't mind that that's how he said it or whatever, but at
No,
least show
he
the
said he didn't mind
intention.
that he said when he did, but it felt like an afterthought.
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is, the rest of his actions for the day backed up her claim. So he did not put in any effort to make her day easier as she asked. So it was still a regular Sunday. She was still momming away. He's sleeping. And he was just like, oh, Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, so
That's my thought.
for the only so I when I read the story, the only thing that he seemed to have done was make her coffee in the morning.
Whoopee. Which he regularly does. Mind you, she said that. That's a regular thing because as you saw,
Well, she
they
didn't
have
say it
rough
was.
nights.
She didn't say it was a regular thing.
Yeah, she did.
But she said, "Well, my husband woke up well before me this morning, made coffee, which he left me a cup after he woke me up, so I could try and pry my eyes open after a broken night's sleep."
Okay.
And he said we do church on Sunday
Yeah.
mornings. Today was no different. So he made her coffee. So no, I don't think she's the asshole. But
He
my
made her coffee, hoopla.
I don't think she's the asshole. I think that that guy was distracted and that
Extremely.
it wasn't like on the
I'm,
forefront of his mind.
exactly. So,
So
so
no,
he was
I
everything that
don't
she said in
think
the end.
I don't think she is the asshole. However,
Mm-hmm.
and while I do say that yes, feelings are feelings and everybody's entitled to feel how they feel, right? The beginning when you're like when you're like there's something called a, you know what confirmation bias is,
Mm-hmm.
like when you expect something to happen
Mm-hmm.
a certain way, so then afterwards you turn things, no matter what they are, to make them fit that bias that you have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She kind of started off on the day as, oh, that nigga sees me as an afterthought. He said Happy Mother's Day after
But he
he
didn't
heard
prove her
somebody
wrong
else
though.
say, hmm. That's kind of
That's not what she said technically. She said that it was in how he said it. So based on how she described
He
it,
said my husband clearly in his own world took an extra few minutes until he wished
yeah, so he
me
was
one
distracted,
as well.
as you said. So based on what I gather, it was a beautiful present exchange between her and her mother-in-law, and with him it might have been more like he was doing something and he was just like, oh, happy Mother's Day, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and
And when you're
I don't take that, I don't take that away from her, but I know that he did. I know that he at least didn't say it like while he was distracted or something, because
that's what
later on, she says it felt like something he would have said in passing and then moved on completely, which means
exactly.
that he did not say it in passing or move on completely.
No,
It just
it said
felt like that.
no. That's why it felt like it, because
So,
that's what
like
it
I said,
was.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Don't play devil's
I'm
advocate.
playing devil's advocate here because I already explained. I already said she is not the asshole. However,
But
you
what I'm
kind of
saying is,
started off the day.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is,
Yes. He proved her point of whatever point
exactly. So
she
it's
was
not, so that
making
cancels
before.
confirmation bias. Because if you start,
But
for example, Sonjae, for example, right? If it is, let's say, you are okay, you're not a dad, so let me not even go there. Let's say it's your birthday, right? Let's say it's your birthday. And
this is a bad example because I don't really be expecting anything on my birthday.
It's not about the expectation, it's about our relationship. So when you're married, it's a relationship, right? So me and you, brother and sister, we have a relationship. And especially when we voice certain things to each other about what we like or what we don't like or what I want, you tell me what you want all the time, and I tell you what I want all the time, right? On your birthday, right, because of our relationship, we pretty much do a very niche thing between one another, between both of us, for wishing each other happy birthday. When I tell you happy birthday, you can never say that it felt like I didn't give you attention or I didn't really pay you attention, right? How would you feel if on your birthday, when we were in the house and you came out and I was doing something and rushing and I said, happy birthday, and I just ran out or something like that, right? That's how she felt. Or if you came in and it was your birthday and something is on your phone and like something come up with work or something, and then you just be able to look up, oh, happy birthday, and then you continue. It kind of feels like you're not, it doesn't feel, especially if you're my
Yeah,
husband and I bore your three
yes.
big-headed children.
Yes, that makes all the sense in the world. That makes all the sense in the world, right?
All I'm
Why are
saying
you
is, if it
passing
felt
on a
like that, that's
sneezing
probably what
epidemic
it
to me?
is.
However, this is gonna sound so terrible, but it's true. It's
I
just
just
how.
don't feel like in these situations or circumstances, there's ever an excuse for you to allow someone to feel like they are an afterthought. I feel like
No, then that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying she's not the asshole. However, to speak to your example, you can't really compare how the man would feel versus like how the woman would feel, because I guarantee you, I guarantee you.
you
Well,
can't
okay,
guarantee.
let's not guarantee. I can guarantee you. If it were me, right, like I said, I don't be expecting it. Like if somebody comes up to me, like if she had come to me and she had gotten like a work email thing, and she's like, oh, happy birthday, da, 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 right, like in passing or whatever, my mind doesn't go to, oh, like you, so you would have wished me a happy birthday, da, da. My mind goes to, oh well, even though she has all of this going on, she still remembered enough to say it,
It's
right?
not, but
Even
that's
though,
the
yes,
thing.
afterthought or whatever, my mind, and when you see make an ass out of me, that's a whole thing. But my mind, along with a lot of other men's mind, it doesn't internalize
But we
things
should
like that.
change that.
However, female minds do, and usually men are accommodating to that, which he was not. So
Same women. I hate that.
I don't get why. That's another thing I don't get. I don't get why it's all of a sudden female
I can
is a
explain it if
derogatory
you
term.
want. I can explain it if you want.
You
By
can.
using one perfect example. Just a while ago. How you said females this, and then you followed and you said but men. Why didn't you say but males?
You can't really compare how the man would feel versus like how the woman would feel.
Because men don't do it purposely. They don't. A lot of the times they don't, because a lot of these things are learning processes. We're not saying that every time men say female, it's a bad thing. But we're saying that subconsciously, when men are saying something about women that is like they're trying to prove a point about why women act or feel the way they feel or behave certain ways sometimes, they tend to call them females because it's they're not in line with how they think they should act. So it's kind of a subconsciously, like, trust me, you're not doing it on purposely, but subconsciously that's what happens, right? But when they are saying things about women that they like and they admire and they want in women, they typically call them in women. And this isn't hearsay. This is science.
Yeah, but the thing is with me, how I use the term female, like I use the term female more than I use the term woman, because I don't know, female is like, it doesn't matter how I'm talking. It doesn't matter how I'm talking about women, because it would be just as, if I was trying to say something offensive, it would be just as offensive if I used the word female or woman, because you could make the term woman sound, just watch any Andrew Tate podcast,
Right.
but like turning the like, I don't
They
know.
don't
I
turn
just
it.
think,
I'm just telling you that it's like, think about the conversation
like I
just a while
said,
ago. Think about it.
well, yeah.
And it's not
But
your
here's the thing.
fault,
Here's the thing.
right? Because
Here's the
no, but
thing.
here's my thing. I have one point to make. Notice how you said females such and such, but men. Like, you didn't even notice you did it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not something.
But you
This
also said
conversation,
women a while ago.
this conversation has a high cancelability ratio. But
It's okay. It's
whatever.
a learning opportunity.
Here's
We're
the
not
thing.
saying anything wrong.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I said female this, but men this.
Yeah.
It would not have been any different if I said female this, but males this. Now I said females just as the term. Like I said,
That's why it's called subconscious. You don't think
90%.
about it.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think it's even like
It
too much.
is.
I think it's more of a perception thing than anything.
That is exactly the
Because
point.
and that's what I was talking about when I said that's exactly right. Because I said females perceive things certain way, and then men have to be conscious of how that is. Whereas with males and other males, it's not. It's like those things that just doesn't happen, right?
Right.
It's more of it's more of a woman, like, see that like even grammatical, like, I was gonna say
Mhm.
it's more of a female thing too, it's more of a woman thing too, doesn't work in that context. But if I had said that in like one of these woke circles, they'll
Mhm.
say, oh, it's more of a female thing. They're like, no, it's
Which is
more
why
of
I'm
an
explaining to
XX
you.
chromosome thing. Like, well,
No, exactly. So that is why I'm saying this is not a cancelable take, because you are not wrong. Trust me. But all I'm saying is it is absolutely proven that when men want to play some sort of blame game on women, they refer to them as female more than they refer to them as women. Because when they say that, it takes the respect down a notch without them realizing it. It's a subconscious thing. It's a perception thing, just like you said.
yeah, I get that. I
So
get that. I
that's what
also,
they're saying.
but
It's not
then,
all cases.
yeah,
It's not all
it's not all
cases.
cases. But then the then counter argument, like I said, the devil's advocate.
Mhm.
Women have 99 terms of things that they refer to men as subconsciously when they want to take the level of respect down. When they want to strip away their whole,
What, such as nigga? How they say nigga
how
sometimes?
how they say anything, how they say nigga, even how they structure their sentences to shift power, to
I'm
shift
looking
power
for like a
in
word
their hand.
though that like
You're
makes
not
it
gonna, the thing
feel.
is, you're not gonna find it, because it's not, like I said, men don't think about any of the words and any of the words like that. I'm sure if you ask somebody who studied the topic,
Yeah.
they will find it.
Yeah.
But men don't listen to words and take into detail. Oh, she called me this because she's trying to take the power. So yes, there are 100% words. I'm sure if I really thought about it,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
could think
Sure.
of it.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because men don't think about it actively like that, it's not a thing. Like, you don't see a man on Instagram saying,
Probably
"Oh,
there
don't
is
call
some
me that,"
sort of.
because it's between both genders. Like, women are saying that when men subconsciously want to take power away from the woman
Right.
to in the conversation,
Right.
they
Right.
refer to them as female.
Yeah. A
Right?
lot of people stretch and say realistically they just use female because they don't want to go really low and call them bitches. No, but you are right.
Whatever you want to
You're probably right about the men
make the
thing.
argument as.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. In the grand scheme of, in most of these situations, it's an argument between a woman and a man,
Mhm.
right? How many of those arguments do you think the man is actually winning?
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. However, that is why the perception matters, because men aren't actually winning the arguments, they have to do these things to give themselves a little piece of the power that they are losing.
I think
But
this was one of
it's
those things.
nuanced.
I think it's one of those things, and one of those studies that it's subconscious, and it's
Yeah.
subconscious for a reason.
Yeah.
Because no man is here thinking, no man is here thinking that I am in this argument, so I am going to
No,
say.
but that's the whole concept of the patriarchy. And this conversation is gonna go way down the line if I really get into this.
Yeah,
But that is the whole concept of
that's
the
another thing.
patriarchy.
I get the patriarchy and how the world was really built for men, because it was built mainly by men, not by choice of the woman didn't want to build it, but it's just because
It's just what was.
Back, it's just what was back
Right.
in the day. They thought
Right.
women like women were the fragile creatures. You take care of them, they raise the kids, and that's it. That's what they're good for.
Yeah.
So yes, that's it. It's the same way like how the legal system wasn't built for niggas. It was built for white people.
Right.
But niggas have to find a way to make the legal system work for them, and that's what they've been doing.
Right.
Right? That whole thing, I'm not gonna argue that whole thing. I'm gonna say when you get into too much detail like that, like, oh, don't call me female, a word in the a word in the vocabulary, because, and don't get me wrong, because somebody else is gonna be like, oh, but what happens if a white person, if a white
Context matters,
person calls
essentially.
calls a nigga, isn't that just another word? Yes, it's another word, but context, like a white person, the reason why white people don't call black people niggas is because black people took that word, right, and turns it something positive for it. You're not gonna like it's the same reason
But then
why
other people
you
will
don't
argue,
have
but
you
other
don't,
black people will also argue
you
that
don't have black
that's the
people.
reason we should not be saying it.
Yeah, but you don't have black people coming up. You don't have black people coming up to white people and calling them crackers or whatever we used to call
Of
them in
course they
slavery.
do.
Not unprovoked. 90% of the time, it's
Okay,
not
not
unprovoked.
unprovoked. Yeah, not unprovoked. I mean,
Right?
nothing is ever unprovoked.
Right?
Nothing.
And
We never provoke.
and to be fair, who is stopping the white people from coming up with their own term to call their white brethren? Right?
White brethren.
Who is stopping them? Who is stopping them? Right?
Oh my god.
Mexicans have a term for that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, they
Asians
do.
have the term that they call their own people.
They do.
Who is stopping
yeah.
white people of just doing the same thing? Like nobody is stopping anybody,
This
right?
conversation got really funny really quickly.
But and back to the original point.
Yeah. Back to the original story.
Back to the original point. When you take the word, when you take the word female, and you try and like, because now anytime anybody uses the word female, whenever they're in any sort of fashion with anything,
Yeah.
the female can instantly spin it and be like, "Don't call me," and that's just another way they'll use.
No. I don't feel like it's a thing like that. Like, they won't say, "Don't call me female." It's just something that it's not like it's. Trust me.
I watched a video on Instagram the other day, and it was this girl, and she was talking about how this guy was this guy was trying to talk to her, and I'm like, okay, what's the issue? And she was like, first of all, you're probably gay. Look how I'm dressed. She was in like a full like suit, like she did look tomboyish, but like she didn't look like a man, but whatever, that's only. And she's like, and then you called me female, and I'm like,
okay, I'm gonna need more context to that story. But my point,
I can find it, so I'll show it to you after this. It's
my point is that it's not something where, well, everybody is always going to be that one person who just takes it a bit further than it needs to go. Okay, we all have those people.
Yes.
However, right, within the innocence of the context, right, because there is innocence and truth to the context, right? There's no debating that. Within that realm, that is something that women are more attuned to. It's not something that we're like, hey, don't, and it's not like we're saying you are an idiot or you're an ass or you're not a good man because you call women females. It's just, again, within the innocence of the concept, it's just something that we project and we speak up a little bit more on, which allows men to think a little bit better, to adjust whenever, and just be a little bit more mindful, especially if they are trying to be respectful and come off properly when they are articulating themselves, especially when they are speaking to women or to other men. Because trust me, there are a small number of men who are actually smart. The vast majority of men they don't have great opinions, and they don't
smart,
learn. Smart as in
smart is relative. Because smart is a very wide
obviously,
word.
obviously. But you know what I mean. The average man.
You mean emotionally intelligent,
There you go. Yes,
not
that's what I'm
smart.
saying.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of men are
Yeah.
smart. It's just a lot of men also lack emotional.
Well, you got me there.
intelligence.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Exactly that. Exactly that. And so that is where a lot of the conflict comes in, right? So bringing it back to this story, emotional intelligence, the perfect word, right? Your wife told you what she would appreciate for Mother's Day, and you did not deliver. Because especially on a day such as Mother's Day, I understand, but at the same time, it's a little effort goes a long way, you know? Because, for example, even with the coffee thing, if he had even like left a card beside the coffee or something like that, she wouldn't have came down and gotten that Happy Mother's Day and said she felt like an afterthought. But it's just the little, as you said, the little extra effort that he wasn't really as considerate as he was supposed to be. And there are very easy, simple ways for men to just be a little bit more considerate, especially when it is explicitly vocalized. Like, men like to say that women like for men to read their minds, but they still don't do anything when women tell you exactly what they want. Because she told you exactly what she wanted and you didn't do anything.
To read their minds.
No, and I'm not saying no, but like, look at this. She said A, B, C. And he still ain't do shit. He didn't do anything.
Well, like I said, she's not the asshole. And
This is a fun conversation.
I'm not gonna say.
I hope we don't get canceled. I don't think we're gonna get canceled. This was very.
We're probably gonna get canceled at some point.
No, we're not. I don't think
every
that canceling.
good content creator
I don't think
gets
it's
canceled.
real.
No,
I don't
it's
think
not.
it's
That's why I
real.
said every good content creator gets canceled at some point.
I think because it's always the learning moments that happen on camera that people don't know how to
Sometimes
navigate.
it really doesn't have to be a learning moment.
Remember when cancel culture
was you remember when cancel culture was like so big to the point where it was a nuisance?
Cancel culture isn't something I'm scared about because
no, I'm not scared of it.
Because as I said, people don't know how to navigate, right? A lot of people, especially people who think that they should just open their mouths and spew their stupid opinions, that's different. But it's okay to have a healthy, intelligent debate.
I think you can spew your stupid opinions if you're willing to learn.
What did I just say? You literally repeated what I just said. They don't know how to properly navigate a learning moment. They just want to be wrong and strong and stupid. And that's the problem. But anyways, I think that's enough for this episode. This is probably an hour long video.
That was a wild tangent.
Yeah, I know. I hope y'all liked it though. We don't typically go this deep. We like to be funsies. But sometimes
I don't think that was. I don't think that was like too deep.
No, I don't think so either.
It was pretty wide.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Yeah. I hope it's still filming.
Like and comment and subscribe and
Please.
All the things all the YouTubers say.
Yeah.
That's
and wish me safe travels. I'll see y'all next week.
I got a headache.
God bless.